you guys? It's your girl Jordan, back at it again with another video today, and I'm currently in the process of revamping my channel, so if you see a lot of inconsistent changes, bear with me. Obviously, in the climate of our society right now, we are all stuck in the house, at least the people who are listening. I'm here to give you 10 suggestions on what to do with your time in quarantine. The first suggestion that I'm gonna make is specifically for my natural haired ladies. Do your hair. Do a protective style. For all of my naturals, I know good and well that our top favorite excuse to use for not putting our hair in protective styles is not having the right amount of time, not having the energy. All we're doing is sleeping and eating and hopefully staying in shape. Y'all got plenty of time to kill. Put your hair in that protective style that you wanted to do in the wintertime, but you couldn't find the time to do. And it's gonna help you in the long run, because who wants to just keep doing their hair and putting in all this effort when you can't even go nowhere and show it off? That twist out, save it for when we can go back outside. That braid out, save it for when we can go back outside. But that's all I gotta say. My second suggestion is to color. I'm about to put y'all on with something. Obviously, for most grown adults, our typical go-to is not always coloring, but these are my two favorite coloring books, okay? I have more coloring books and I have more like appropriate coloring books, but these are my two favorites because they let you get out a whole bunch of emotions. I haven't started my next project yet, but my next project is going to be this. And I chose that word simply because of the fact that that's how I feel right now. With everything going on right now, I just don't know how to feel about anything, so that's how I feel. And I'm gonna express my brain on that page. Color. If you don't have access to those books, but you have access to a laptop and a printer, or even a phone and a printer, go on Google, find yourself some words, or find yourself just pictures that you like, and color. Most people have some kind of art supplies in their house. If you don't, I'm sorry, this is not gonna work for you. If you got crayons, colored pencils, markers, freaking pens, just do something with your time that is not solely based on technology. I was on my phone for like 10 hours a day in the last week, and that's ridiculous. My phone on the average day, when I have stuff to do and when I can leave the house and, you know, be a person of society, I'm only on my phone for 4 to 5 hours a day. It shot up to 10 a day because of quarantine. Suggestion number 3 is something that any and everyone can do, and that is to clean, okay? Clean your room, clean your house, clean your bathroom, clean. That's gonna take up a good chunk of your day, because I know a lot of y'all are probably living in a hot mess, and that's no shade, no tea. We all know how we get. Everybody's lazy at some point. Just take this time to clean, take this time to like recreate your space, because the space that you're in, you want it to be nice and tidy, you want it to be homely, you just want it to feel good, especially since we're gonna be in our own spaces for Lord knows how long. My fourth suggestion is to keep waking up at the normal time that you would wake up. If you have a job, wake up at the time that you would wake up for work. If you go to school, wake up at the time that you'd wake up for class. You want to keep yourself on schedule so you aren't completely ruining yourself for when we do get to return back to everything and when everything does go back to normal. Because at the end of the day, like, your body is gonna develop a self-timer and a clock. I'm not trying to have to re-regulate myself, so I'm gonna try and keep myself on as normal schedule as I possibly can. Stay on schedule for what you normally do. I'm gonna wake myself up early in the morning so I can do my workouts. Y'all should wake up at the time that you usually wake up so you can do something productive too. Also, when you stay on the normal schedule that you usually have on any normal day of life, it's also gonna just keep you productive and not let you turn into a couch potato. If you're sleeping until noon every day, your day's not gonna be as productive as you probably want it to be. Like, you can tell yourself, oh, I'm gonna wake up and I'm gonna beat my face and I'm gonna take some pictures for Instagram. Or, oh, I'm gonna wake up and I'm gonna go and work out. I'm gonna wake up and I'm gonna cook myself breakfast. You ain't finna do all that if you're waking up at 12, 1, 2, 3 o'clock in the afternoon. It's just not how that typically works. If you can pull that off, good on you, but the average person is not gonna be about it. My fifth suggestion is to take this time to educate yourself. Take this time to learn something that you've always wanted to learn about. Like, if you wanna invest in the stock market, do some research on stocks. If you want to become a hairstylist, do some research on places that you can go to learn those things and what you should be practicing and what you should just be learning about hair overall, especially the type of hair that you would typically want to work with. We're not doing anything. And all of you guys that are probably in denial about what you're doing, you know you're not doing anything, especially nothing productive. So use this time, take it to be productive, because our excuse in life for not doing stuff that we claim we want to do is not having time. Now we got all the time in the world, so really do some searching for yourself and figure out what interests you and figure out what you want to do. Make it a goal, actually. Make it a goal every single day that we are locked up in this house to learn something new. I honestly feel like people would walk away feeling so enlightened and empowered. Like, obviously this situation is not ideal for anybody, but at the end of the day, like, we need to make the most out of it. We need to have a positive attitude towards it, and we got to work with what we got. So that's number 5. Educate yourself. Suggestion number 6 is definitely to stay in touch with your loved ones. This all is going to vary, especially dependent on your situation, your life period. If you're close with your family but you don't live with them, stay in touch with them. We do have FaceTime. It's pretty whack right now, but we have FaceTime. Take advantage of it. Talk to the people that you want to talk to. Be social still, because everybody is not gonna come out this quarantine introverted, because we do not have time. Don't sleep all your time away. Don't Instagram all your time away. Don't do any of that. We want to be productive. We don't want to fall off track. 2020 is looking real rough right now, but we're not gonna let Rona ruin us. Have a positive outlook on everything. Stay in touch with the people that you want to stay in touch with. Still social distance. We are not trying to spread the virus. We are trying to stop it so we can return to our normal lives. So me saying stay in contact with people is not saying go over to so-and-so's house and kick it. Stay your ass at home, okay? Please and thank you. Stay in touch with your loved ones. Still practice social distancing. My 7th suggestion is to take a walk. Take a nature walk. If you live in a neighborhood, like if you live in a house and you live in a neighborhood, take a walk around your neighborhood. You're not interacting with anybody. You're not really touching anything. Just like take in the air, get some fresh air, enjoy the nature. Still stay away from people, but listen to some music and take a walk. Like, get outside. Don't go to parks and everything, because everybody's gonna have that same idea. If you have a backyard, really go in your backyard, preferably, because you're still in your own home. But it's okay to be outside at a decent hour, I guess. And it's okay if you're walking around in a complex. Like if you have an apartment complex, obviously all your amenities are shut down, but maybe you can walk outside your complex and just get some fresh air and be able to walk around, stretch your legs, be active somehow. Obviously the goal is to get everybody to stay inside, but getting fresh air is also very important. As long as you're not around people and you're not breathing up everybody else's air and other people aren't breathing up your air, it should be okay. Still practice extremely good hygiene. Just stay safe. Stay safe. If nobody's outside, go take a walk. Being cooped up in the house, it's just not gonna work for everybody. And you definitely need to get fresh oxygen, even if that just means opening up your window. Number 8 is to work out. I feel like everybody and their mother, including myself, was on a good roll this year. Like, we were all on a good roll, on a good streak with our fitness, on a good streak with our eating. And then Miss Rona came and was just like, no. We're not gonna let her do that. I'm gonna need all of y'all that were on your good streaks and on your good fitness rolls to still continue to work out. There are so many videos on the internet with home workouts. There's so many live things that you can interact with on the internet as far as home workouts. So no, nobody's gonna get fat again, and nobody is going to sit here and lose the work and the progress that they already made. Ms. Rona is not gonna come from my abs, okay? Do your home workouts. You don't need no mat, you don't need no equipment, you just need your body. And yes, it's gonna be hard, and it's gonna be really hard to keep yourself motivated, but you have to try and be as disciplined as possible. 2020 was a good year starting off for everybody. We cannot let coronavirus just completely ruin it, okay? We have to be positive, otherwise everybody in the world is just gonna fall into a depressive state, and we ain't got time for that. Work out. Do your workouts at home. Use Google, use YouTube, use Instagram. Suggestion number 9 is to listen to a lot of music, okay? Music calms a beast, okay? Music calms the soul. Music is good for the soul. Update your playlist. Really look into artists, look into finding new artists, because you know how you hit that point where you're like kind of tired of listening to the same things over and over and over again. Search for new artists. Use this time to really like get into music. If music's not your thing, it's completely understandable. To all those who do enjoy music and get any kind of positive vibes from music, listen to a lot of it. Listen to your favorite artists. Update your playlists. Take this time to look into stuff that you didn't have time to do before. Number 10 really has to do with reflecting and getting to know yourself. Now that we are separated from one another, and now that we are isolating and having all this extra time to like gather ourselves and think about stuff, think about what makes you happy. Think about what you really want out of life, because a lot of us are young. There's obviously our older people, but anybody and everybody, think about what do you want your life to look like once we're out of this, because this is the perfect time to really sit down and reflect and be like, okay, things were going really good before and I want them to stay this way. Here's how I'm gonna do that. Or things were looking like boo-boo for me before and I need to really figure out what my values are and what I want to do. Write, journal, keep track of how you're feeling. Take this time to reflect. Take this time to really know yourself. You can do that through writing. You can do that through reading. You can do that through meditation. Just like anything, any practice that's gonna help you think about who you are and what you want. This is a perfect time to just go over all of those things with yourselves. At the end of the day, we probably ain't never gonna get an opportunity like this again in our lifetime to really just sit back and be separated from all the mess. Don't let social media consume you. Don't let all these other factors that other people are concerned with consume you. Take this time to figure out what your values are. Take this time to be positive. Take this time to reflect on yourself. How can you improve as a person? How can you go back into the world being a better person? We obviously took plenty of stuff for granted before Miss Rona came in and gave us a reality check. Write down that list of how you're not gonna take things for granted anymore and think about how you're gonna improve. It'll just give you more positive things to look forward to once we're out of this, because we are in some very, very unprecedented times, and this too shall pass, as everyone in my family keeps saying. This too shall pass. We are going to get through it. That is the bottom line. Those are all of my 10 suggestions and tips for what to do with your time during quarantine. A lot of y'all are reckless. A lot of y'all are still trying to go outside, and this is what we're not gonna do because I'm trying to get back into society. But until then, I'm gonna take this time, I'm gonna go through my little list of suggestions, and I'm gonna do every single one of those things. I'm gonna take my own advice for once, and I'm gonna follow my list. And I will keep y'all updated with how I'm feeling and my progress. And I want y'all to do the same, because you got plenty of people here on the internet who are willing to listen to you. On that note, like I said, wash your hands, stay in the house, stay healthy, stay positive, and this too shall pass. That's all I got for you guys. If you like this video, give me a big fat thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel, okay? Subscribe to my channel. Comment down below about what your thoughts are on this video. If you have any more suggestions to add, then add them. I want to hear everything. Other than that, let me know what you want to see next. Give me video suggestions for what you would want to watch from me. I'm gonna get up off this camera and y'all do the things that I suggested, especially the ones that really stuck out to you. All right, deuce.